Back to Inside South Florida. Want to do some good in the community, or perhaps you're in need of a little help? Well, here is Jim Crissy, the founder of Our Father's House Soup Kitchen. Jim, it is awesome to have you here. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you, Dave. My pleasure.
It's you guys are doing such a great outreach in the community. That's what this show is all about, showcasing these particular things. So let's get right to it. Our Father's House Soup Kitchen. Tell us what it's all about.
Well, it's a food shelter. We have a daily feeding program that we feed approximately 100 to 150 people a day, 5 days a week, 52 weeks a year.
Right.
And people come from all walks of life. I always tell a story about, most people have heard of Gulliver Prep in Coral Gables and Duke University. He's our in-house poet, one of the homeless. We also have people from, won't mention the name, but from the NFL football players. People from all walks of life. And they're nice.
You know, it's funny you say that, because I did an interview a few weeks ago about sort of a similar topic, and what struck me was that there's really sort of no face of homelessness anymore, right? I think some people in their mind have an image of who might be homeless, but to your point, someone who made millions of dollars, maybe in the NFL or went to an Ivy League school, they may be going through some tough times as well.
When you get to know them, they're people. They're kind people. They all have a story. We never ask a last name, but they're just interesting people.
Right.
And you try to help them.
And not only are you feeding people, but you're also providing other services as well, right?
And that we do. We provide hygiene products, clothing, and Children's Aid Society of Fort Lauderdale is a big contributor, especially diapers and baby products. They give us hundreds and hundreds of units a month, and they're all gone at the end of the month.
Well, if there's anything that we can help you to do during this interview, would be to raise the awareness in the community. So let's stay on that. So people who are watching now, no doubt, are motivated and want to help. How can people help? How many people do you need to help? Lots.
We are always looking for volunteers. We have a daily pickup from different organizations that donate food to us 5 days a week. We need people that are drivers. We just need people in the kitchen. People, not to cook, we have our own chef, but to cook, to help, to meet people, to take care of the door.
Right.
That's what we really need.
So Jim, in addition to feeding these people, you provide a lot of other services as well, correct?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We have 3 stages. We have the kitchen, we have the pantry, and then we have what the ladies call the boutique. They give away clothing. And you'd be surprised how many people a day. Every once in a while I'll come over to the kitchen, I see Katie running to the shelter or to the boutique, and someone needs a pair of shoes. Or a lady, just to give an example, a lady a couple of weeks ago came to Katie and said, I'm going for an interview and I don't have a dress. So needless to say, Katie went in, got a prettiest dress and shoes, looked like she stepped out of Bonwood Tower. And the lady did get the job.
She did?
She got the job at Walmart.
That's a great story.
So happy.
Yeah.
There's also construction workers. So they need boots. Apparently if you work construction, you have to have steel tip shoes. Well, we have people donate boots, used sneakers. She gives them to them. And the thing I like about it, you don't see the people afterwards. That means they got a job.
Yeah,
that's the best thing.
It's right. It's like a great line from a movie. Like, the best thing you could do for me would sort of like leave town.
Disappear.
Yeah, yeah. That's. I just quoted Ben Affleck from Good Will Hunting. You're welcome, Ben.
Thank you.
But that has to be the most rewarding part for you, right? When you don't see somebody come back.
You don't see them.
Yeah.
I always have a story.
Yep.
One of the most interesting one was that Katie comes to me, she says, we're going to put a bike in here. I said, okay. We have a gentleman who's retired from IBM, an executive from IBM, that called one day, going on a year ago, and asked if he could come in and help out for a day. He's probably there 3 days a week now. This man sold his yacht because he couldn't do it anymore, and he comes into the kitchen. He found out this man came to the door and said he needed a bike because he had a job in downtown Fort Lauderdale, but he couldn't get there. And the reason he couldn't get there was he was living in the McDonald's parking lot with his car, and the tags expired. Dave went home to his wife. He lives in Lighthouse Point. Went home to his wife and said he fixed up her bike a little, put a couple of tires on, put it in the next day. Well, this big burly man who I never met before walks into the pantry, and I said, well, here's your bicycle, and there's a 327 was his tag, or his little, they went out and purchased him a lock. And the man started crying. I'm looking at this guy, I couldn't even look at him. He says, you don't know what you just did. I said, I didn't do anything. So one of the donors here helped out. Needless to say, he went back because we checked him out because we didn't, sometimes you doubt people. We went to the McDonald's parking lot to check out his car because it was expired. This is 4 or 5 days later. The car wasn't there any longer and we've never seen him again.
There you go.
That's what happened. That's a good side.
That's a great story.
That's what keeps you coming back.
Okay, now everybody wants to help. How can they do it? How can they find you?
Very simple. J.F. Crissy, that's my name, at AOL.com.
Okay, and the website for the company is
www.OurFathersHouseSoupKitchen.org.
OurFathersHouseSoupKitchen.org. And where are you located?
We're on 2380 Martin Luther King Boulevard. Some people refer to it as Hammondsville Road. It's at exit 24, where the Coconut Creek Turnpike exit is. We're within 300 yards due east.
Okay, Jim, great to have you here. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you much.
You got it.